Barcelona transfer news is heating up ahead of January. Barca's entire winter transfer strategy could come down to one key player. With Andreas Christensen ruled out for most, if not all, of the season, Hansi Flick is facing a growing defensive headache. But despite the injury crisis, Barcelona are still hesitant to dive into the January market. So what's the plan? All eyes are now on Ronald Araujo. The Uruguayan captain is expected to return soon after time away, focusing on his mental well-being, and the club are treating his comeback as a new signing for January. His fitness, mindset, and immediate impact could decide whether Barcelona sign a new defender at all. Meanwhile, speculation is growing after Inter Milan star Alessandro Bastoni liked to come to Barcelona comment on social media. Add in Barcelona's La Liga TV revenue figures, plus a potential Liverpool move that could cost Barça millions through Oscar Mingueza, and there's a lot to unpack today. Will Araujo's return cancel a January signing? Is Bastoni dropping a hint about his future? And could Liverpool deal Barcelona another financial blow? Let's break down all the latest Barcelona transfer news, rumors, and financial updates. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Barcelona's transfer plans for January hinge on this one-player report. Barcelona's defensive woes have been compounded further recently thanks to Andreas Christensen's fresh injury, which may rule him out of action for the remainder of the season. While La Liga regulations allow Barcelona to sign a new defender in January without worrying too much about the salary cap, the club remain unsure about their transfer policy. Christensen's absence will serve as a major blow as it will effectively leave Hansi Flick with limited options at the back. But the club appear reluctant to sign a new player in January. All eyes on Ronald Araujo. A recent report from Sport has offered more perspective on Barcelona's transfer policy heading into the January transfer window. The report suggests that whether or not Barcelona will sign a new defender depends entirely on Ronald Araujo and how soon he can reintegrate himself into the setup. The Uruguayan international has been out of action after making a silly error against Chelsea, not due to an injury but due to mental well-being. He has been on a spiritual journey and is expected to come back in time for the Catalan derby. As things stand, they consider the Uruguayan international as a signing for January, with plans to reintegrate him into the squad again once training resumes after the mid-season break. From there on, the coaching staff will assess his condition and manage his reintegration, depending on his fitness and mental health. Barca are hopeful Araujo will return with a fresh mindset and can start contributing immediately to the team. The player, for his part, feels ready to make a comeback, while the squad is also eager to see the captain return. As someone who is capable of operating both as a right-back and as a center-back, Barca consider Araujo's presence vital to the club's operations during the second half of the campaign. The presence of a fit and mentally prepared Araujo, therefore, could nullify the requirement for a new face in defense. Not to mention, the Uruguayan international is a key presence in the dressing room as well, which is why Barcelona are highly anticipating his return to the camp. Hint dropped? Barcelona priority target fuels speculations with social media activity. As has been well established by this point, FC Barcelona want to sign a new centre-back in the summer transfer window of 2026. Alessandro Bastoni of Inter Milan, to that end, has been identified as the chosen one by the current La Liga leaders and reigning champions. A move for the Italian international, however, is unlikely to be easy, given that he is happy and settled at Inter Milan and would command a huge transfer fee in case there are any negotiations. Bastoni drops hint? However, Bastoni might have dropped a hint about him possibly being open to a transfer to Barcelona in the future. Indeed, the 26-year-old defender has liked a comment from a fan on one of his Instagram posts, which reads, "Come to Barcelona." It must be noted that Bastoni acknowledged a few days ago that he was aware of the speculations linking him to the Catalans and that the reported rumors of interest made him proud. These rumors make me feel proud. Just like you read them, I read them too. It means I'm doing well, but there's nothing to it, Bastoni said in a press conference last week. At the same time, however, he made it clear that he was happy at Inter Milan, saying, "I'm happy at Inter and I don't have any problems here. I don't focus on the news." But his social media activity is sure to fuel speculations about his future amid interest from Barcelona. Bastoni has a contract with Inter Milan that runs until the summer of 2028. Considered one of the best in his position in Europe, the 26-year-old would command an enormous transfer fee in case of a departure. Official: Barcelona earned second highest revenue from La Liga television rights for 2024-25. Earlier today, La Liga published the distribution of audiovisual rights for the 2024-25 season, one of the main sources of income for clubs. The league body has distributed €1.432 billion, compared to €1.498 billion in the previous season, between the first and second division clubs of Spanish football. Barcelona second highest earners despite being title winners. As per the official figures, FC Barcelona stand as the second club to receive the most money from La Liga television rights for the 2024-25 season, with €156.45 million, only surpassed by Real Madrid, who collected €157.92 million. These figures are lower than those from the 2023-24 distribution, when Barcelona earned €162.49 million and Real Madrid €159.55 million. In the first division, 50% of the money generated from the sale of television rights is shared equally among the 20 clubs. A further 25% is allocated based on sporting results over the last 5 seasons, while the remaining 25% is determined by each club's social and commercial reach. Regarding sporting merit, 35% corresponds to the most recent season, 2024-25, when Barcelona were champions, 20% to the previous season, 2023-24, when the Catalan side finished second, and 15% to the 3 prior seasons, from 2020 to 2023, in which they finished third, second and first respectively. From these amounts, once the adjustments from the CVC agreement were applied, Barcelona allocated €13.3 million to the 3 clubs relegated to La Liga 2, while Real Madrid contributed €13.4 million, in line with the obligation to allocate 2.5% to the compensation fund. Atletico Madrid complete the podium with €108.17 million. Liverpool are already trying to prize Marc Guéhi away from Barcelona, and in the coming weeks, they could land yet another transfer setback for the La Liga giants. The Premier League champions are planning major defensive changes ahead of next summer's window. Ibrahima Konate, who was once on Real Madrid's radar, could be on his way out, and Liverpool see Guéhi as a potential replacement. At the same time, the club are also exploring the idea of adding a new fullback, and that's where Oscar Mingueza enters the picture. Reports from Diario AS via ED claim Liverpool are considering a pre-contract agreement for Mingueza, whose deal at Celta Vigo expires at the end of the season. With no renewal expected at Balados, the situation presents Liverpool with an attractive opportunity to secure the defender on favorable terms. Mingueza exit would lead to Barcelona disappointment. Should Liverpool make their move for Mingueza, it would significantly reduce Celta's chances of agreeing a new contract with the Spain international. This would be bad news for Barcelona, who would want the defender to be sold for a significant fee, rather than leave on his own accord as a free agent. As part of the deal that saw Mingueza join Celta on a free transfer in the summer of 2022, Barcelona retained a 50% sell-on clause. They would have been entitled to €10 million had any club triggered his €20 million release clause, but it now appears that the cash-strapped Catalans could be left with nothing. It will be interesting to see how Mingueza's situation plays out over the coming weeks and months. It is looking increasingly likely that he will leave Celta, and a move to a club of Liverpool stature would make sense for all parties. They would get a fantastic squad option that is versatile, while he would get a significant wage increase, and the chance to play among Europe's elite in the Champions League. Barcelona's situation heading into January is a delicate balancing act. If Ronald Araujo returns fit, focused and ready to lead, the club may avoid dipping into the market altogether, saving precious funds while gaining a crucial presence both on and off the pitch. At the same time, Alessandro Bastoni's name isn't going away. While a move in 2026 looks far more realistic, even small signals are enough to fuel excitement among fans. Add Barcelona's strong TV revenue position, and the club may quietly be preparing for bigger defensive moves in the future. However, not everything is positive. A potential Oscar Mingueza exit to Liverpool could leave Barcelona empty-handed financially, a frustrating reminder of how tight margins remain despite improved revenues. What do you think? Should Barcelona trust Araujo and skip January signings? Is Bastoni the perfect long-term defensive leader for Barca? Let me know in the comments, subscribe for daily Barcelona news, and I'll see you in the next one.